Hungry dogs run faster, and that's the seed.
If hungry dogs run faster, then the Chiefs are Rich Eisen running the 40. Dallas still stinks. You might do it, King Dingbat here. The best thing to happen to the Eagles this week is the bye week. And I truly mean it, because I believe Saquon Barkley is the key to this game. And the key to Saquon Barkley might be that offensive line. And if that offensive line is healthy, which we've been banged up for a few weeks now, if they're healthy, then Saquon Barkley can go out and be the key to the Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl, if that makes any sense. But let me tell you this, the defense is also benefiting from this bye week, because it looks like, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I love it. We have a really good chance of getting back Brandon Graham for the Super Bowl. And let me tell you something, that is huge. As you guys know, yesterday the Eagles opened up the practice window for Brandon Graham to return. We have opened up the practice window for tight end CJ Uzomah and defensive end Brandon Graham. Signed running back Lou Nichols to the practice squad and released tight end Nick Muse from the practice squad. No offense to those guys, seriously, no offense to any of those other guys, but guess what? Getting Brandon Graham back, to me, is absolutely the main thing, and it's the most important thing about that post. Listen, here's what I think about the whole Brandon Graham situation. It's a wonderful story. It's going to be great. Brandon Graham can come back, and hopefully the Eagles win the Super Bowl. And if he decides to retire, he goes out as a winner. I mean, it don't get better than that, right? That's a great storyline we're going to hear a lot about. But how much will Brandon Graham actually play? That's the question. And the truth of the matter is this. I don't think you can afford to take snaps away from one Nolan Smith Jr. I don't want to take snaps away from Jalen Hunt, who has gotten better and better. So it looks like, Bryce Huff and Puff, should be on the sideline taking a lot of deep puffs and huffs, because he's going to be the guy to lose the snaps. I think Brandon Graham plays, 8 to 10 snaps. Maybe that's too much. But the big part about getting Brandon Graham back it's not just the fact that he's going to play and only play so many snaps. The truth is Brandon Graham, he gives that team a giant morale boost. Seeing him with his shoulder pads on, his helmet, his jersey, him on the field, okay? Having Brandon Graham go out there talking his crap during the coin flip. Having Brandon Graham back for a morale boost for that defense is big. It's big. And there's an energy that Brandon Graham always brings when he's playing. So even if he doesn't get a ton of snaps, Brandon Graham is dramatically helping that team out. No question about it. Not to mention, being right there on the field to help coach those guys and being in the huddle with them. That's a big thing. That is a big deal, man. That's one of the many reasons I'm taking the Eagles. And, you know what I'm doing. I'm taking the Eagles, But before I show you that, let me show you what Brandon Graham had to say about his current situation.
Get ready for this one game. I feel like I can do it.
You said you felt good out there from a cardio perspective in terms of in football shape. So is it something where if you are able to play, you're like full go, or do you think it'll probably be a snap count?
If I'm gonna go out there, it's gonna be full go.
All right, so going into the Super Bowl, the Eagles are 1-point underdogs versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm totally okay with that, being that the Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. The over is 49, and I'm telling you right off the bat, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not taking the plus 1 points, okay? I'm not doing it. I'm taking the money line. Plus 107. I'm taking the money line and the over 49, and I'm going to do a 2-game parlay on this game. This will be the first of many different things that I do But this is what's out right now, and I think this is a great line for the Eagles. So I'm taking the Eagles money line to straight up win this game, and I'm taking the over 49. If you like that bet, you want to do something similar, go to BetUS right now. You can get 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000 maximum. All you got to do is use promo code YouTube150, and you can get 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next 2 deposits up to a $2,000 maximum. Just use promo code YouTube150. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. We really, really appreciate it. And as you guys can see, Brandon Graham looks very optimistic. And I think if there isn't a setback, I think he's going to play. I really do. And I think that's a huge morale boost for this team. It's a huge mental boost to see Brandon Graham on the field with you for that game. And, you know, Brandon Graham may not get as many snaps as maybe he normally would because he's not, you know, he hasn't played in a long time. However, with the emergence of Nolan Smith Jr., because let me tell you, Nolan Smith Jr. is a star now. Okay, he was a rookie who was learning last year, and then he was a second-year player who made a nice jump from year 1 to year 2. But in the playoffs, he became a star. He became a star. Why? Because he is clutch, he is a closer, and he gets better each week. His closing speed is unbelievable. You saw in that Jaden Daniels sack versus Washington. Daniels couldn't believe how quick he closed on him. Seriously. So as a whole, getting Brandon Graham back is going to be a huge thing for the Eagles. You know, we're going to get into all the all-season talk later. I don't want to talk too much about it. But when you look at the emergence of Nolan Smith and you look at Jalen Carter and everything he does and how offenses have to worry about him, I really think that the Eagles need to treat the defensive line like they treated the wide receiver position a few years ago, this offseason. You went out, you had Devontae Smith, but you went out and you got A.J. Brown anyways. I think you need to go out and try to get a premier pass rusher. I think they should make a play for Myles Garrett. You know, you get a guy who hasn't won, who's hungry, and just imagine offenses trying to game plan against Jalen Carter, Myles Garrett, and now Nolan Smith. It'd be huge, okay? As you guys know, the Eagles are practicing. They're going to travel, probably this weekend to New Orleans. But here's the injury report right now for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley didn't practice. A.J. Brown didn't practice. They both had rest. Landon Dickerson, knee, did not practice. Gainwell, concussion and a knee, did not practice. Goddard didn't practice. Cam Jurgens didn't practice. Mora Ojomo, shoulder, did not practice. Eli Ricks, illness. Devontae Smith, hamstring. We got to keep an eye on that one. Nolan Smith, illness. Then Covey, Brandon Graham, limited practice. Their window to come back is opened, and then Toth and C.J. Uzomah were at full practice. Now, here's the thing: if the Eagles played the Super Bowl this Sunday, it could be a problem. It could be a problem because I truly believe this. I believe Saquon Barkley is the key to the Super Bowl. I think he's going to be the key. And the Chiefs are going to do whatever they can to stop him. And we know every week everybody thinks that this new team is going to stop. Oh, this team's got a good defense. Wait till they play the Ravens. Wait till they play this team. It doesn't matter. Eagles run on you anyways. And I believe the Eagles are going to run all over the Chiefs. But if you want to take Barkley really out of the game from being a key, if that offensive line can't go, if Cam Jurgens can't go, if Landon Dickerson can't go, that would be a huge loss, okay? And the fact that we got this rest and the fact that we got this bye week right now, to me, is more important for the Eagles than anybody else. You get Landon Dickerson back, you get Cam Jurgens back, and Nick Sirianni is pretty confident that both those guys are going to play. You've got a problem. you got a problem if you're the Kansas City Chief, okay? If you are. And, we're going to talk all the X's and O's next week about the game. We're going to cover all the stuff going on. But really, just the feel I get, like the feeling in the air right now for me is that when you look at Chiefs fans, when you look at even the Chief players and you listen to the media talk about the Chiefs, there's an air of, in their mind, inevitability. They think that they're destined. They think they deserve that three-peat. They think it's in the bag. They're not even worried about us. There's a kind of real, arrogance. You smell that arrogance? That's like old Dallas Cowboys stank. All right? They got that Dallas Cowboys stank. That's exactly what the Chiefs have. They got that old Cowboys 90s stank. And the Eagles, we got to send them to the shower. Pause. No diddy. All right? But when you look at which team is hungrier, you tell me. Is the team that has won 2 Super Bowls, already beat this team, are they hungry? Or is the team that lost to the team they're playing again in the Super Bowl, that had their Super Bowl dreams dashed off a stupid penalty at the end of the game, are they hungry? Or is the other team that's already won it a couple times? Nah. The Eagles are hungry. All right? You saw this in the Washington game. The Commanders talked all that junk all week. All their fans talked all that junk all week. They were happy to be there. They were happy to be in that NFC Championship game. The Eagles were not. The Eagles came out and they took it to them. I think this game, if we're going to look at who's hungrier going in this game, who wants it more, they are vastly, the media, I believe the Chiefs players, I believe the Chiefs fans, everything I see on ESPN, on NFL Network, they all are underestimating the heart of this Eagles team, how bad they want it, and I truly, truly believe that the Eagles are going to go out there and they are going to double moonwalk this team's ass. Okay? I really, truly believe it. The biggest fear I have, again, is the referee. That's my biggest fear. Maybe we have to just blow this team out by the fourth quarter so we can sit back. I'm fine with it. I don't expect that to happen, but it would be nice. This could be a tough game, no doubt about it. But I really think right now that things are falling into the Eagles' place in terms of the Eagles get to wear midnight green. I think that's good. The Eagles are playing in New Orleans on a fast field. I think that's going to benefit them and their defense. Brandon Graham's coming back. You have a bye week where your guys are getting rested. I think everything is lined up, and the Eagles are being truly, they're being treated like they're just one more stop for the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's already over. I love it. Keep doubting us. Keep doing it, because the Eagles are going to win this game. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it. So we're going to get to next week, Super Bowl week, and I'm telling you, it's going to get annoying with the whole three-peat narrative. It's going to drive you crazy. You're going to hate hearing it. You're going to feel like everybody's counting us out. Everybody is acting like it doesn't matter. And let me tell you something, that's a good thing. Let them do it. Because the truth of the matter is this. The big thing that they are not talking about, and the media will not talk about, and it will be overlooked a ton. Mark my words. This will be overlooked. They will overlook the fact that the Eagles played the Chiefs 2 years ago. They played them 2 years ago and lost. And because of that, this team has a chip on their shoulder against the Chiefs. And it's the only reason that not the only reason, but it's the reason why the Eagles are the only team that can beat the Chiefs. That's the truth. They are not thinking about it. They are overlooking it, and it's going to be a problem for the rest of the league, or for the Chiefs, because they're not thinking. The Eagles played us. The Eagles lost to us. The Eagles got a little chip on their shoulder because of the whole thing. Denzel Washington out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.
I just want to take a quick second to shout out to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. If you go there right now and you use promo code YouTube150, you can get 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next 2 deposits, up to a $2,000 maximum. Only at BetUS.